F-35 fighter jet tests secret $1.7 trillion Gatling gun. The F-35 Lightning is considered by many as the most modern fighter to date and is meant to perform both air superiority and strike missions. It is a single-seat, single-engine, multi-role aircraft that can operate in any type of weather. The fighter is very good at remaining stealthy. It has cutting-edge avionics, and it has the ability to engage electronic combat and provide capabilities for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. The already formidable armament loadout of the aircraft will become even more dangerous once the Gatling guns are added to it. In this video, we'll discuss how the F-35 is being tested by the US military with new, secret, and costly Gatling guns. Stay with us till the end of the video to see how this new equipment's going to make this already dangerous aircraft even more lethal. The American Aerospace Corporation Lockheed Martin is well known for producing some of the most cutting-edge aircrafts in the world. These planes include the F-22 Raptor, the Nighthawk, and the Blackbird SR-71. But what's considered as a marvel of engineering is their F-35, which is the most advanced jet in the US military's arsenal. The F-35 Joint Strike Fighter is a multi-role fighter of the 5th generation and is perhaps the most technologically advanced tactical jet in the world. There are a total of 14 countries that are currently operating or will soon be operating the aircraft, and numerous more governments are ready or considering purchasing it. There are 3 distinct versions of the airplane. The F-35A is the variant of the aircraft that uses a normal takeoff and landing configuration. The U.S. Air Force has plans to purchase more than 1,700 F-35As in order to replace its current fleet of A-10 ground attack aircraft and F-16 Fighting Falcons. However, Congress continues to obstruct the platform's retirement, therefore these planes remain on hold. The version of the aircraft that is designed for short takeoff and vertical landing is called the F-35B, and it's possible for it to operate from aircraft ships, helicopter carriers, and relatively small airfields, which makes it a perfect platform for expeditionary warfare. The United States Marine Corps is the primary buyer of the F-35B, and they intend to purchase more than 350 of these fighter jets in order to replace the AV-8B Harrier and FA-18 fighter jets. And finally, the F-35C is the version of the aircraft designed as a carrier variant. To be able to endure the huge forces that are generated when landing on an aircraft carrier, it has a frame that's more robust, a tailhook that's more sturdy, and upgraded landing gear. The U.S. Navy intends to purchase around 270 F-35C fighter jets, while the U.S. Marine Corps intends to purchase an additional 67 units of these aircrafts. Recently, the F-35 has been equipped with new Gatling guns. The already formidable armament loadout of the aircraft will become even more dangerous once the Gatling guns are added. The 4-barrel 25mm Gatling gun, also known as the Gun Airborne Unit, or GAU-22A, has been built for rapid fire in order to quickly destroy targets and blanket an adversary in gunfire. According to a statement released by the manufacturer, General Dynamics, the gun is capable of firing 3,300 rounds per minute. It has been in the works for a good number of years and underwent a series of successful test firings in the state of California in the year 2015. Quote, "This milestone was the first in a series of test flights to functionally evaluate the in-flight operation of the F-35A's internal 25mm cannon throughout its employment envelope." That's according to a Pentagon statement. The integration of the cannon onto the F-35 has been carried out in distinct phases. The first phase of test execution consisted of 13 ground firing events, and it was followed by the second phase of test execution. The Office of the Joint Strike Fighter claims that this process, which was carried out to verify the integration, took place over the course of 3 months. On the other hand, the objective of the second phase of testing was to further integrate the gun with the fighter's airframe, while it was being subjected to a variety of different types of flying situations. The capacity of the F-35 stealth fighter to carry out air-to-air strikes and offer close air support to soldiers on the ground will be substantially improved as a result of the integration of the weapon onto the aircraft. Reports indicate that the cannon will also be integrated with the software that controls the fighter jet. This will make it possible for the pilot to locate and destroy targets with the assistance of the helmet-mounted display that's put on his head. The F-35 is now the fighter that is in the most demand across the globe, with demand coming primarily from countries in the Middle East as well as a number of others. It is now being used by 9 different countries in total. There's a good chance that the Russian-made S-400 missile defense system is the competitor that only the F-35 fighter from the United States of America can defeat. The F-35s and the F-22 Raptors are the most capable fighters, especially due to the enhanced stealth qualities, which allow them to elude detection on on enemy radars. This makes the F-35s and F-22 Raptors the most effective fighters. The integration of the Gatling gun on the F-35s has not resulted in any change to the stealth configuration of the aircraft, which is a requirement for anything that's installed on the aircraft and is intended to keep the fighters in the same stealthy state as before. 3 bursts of 130 rounds and 260 rounds each were fired from the aircraft's 4-barrel 25mm Gatling gun, according to a statement which was released by the JSF office. When the gun's being integrated into the stealthy airframe of the F-35A fighter jet, it has to be kept hidden behind closed doors so that its radar cross-section can be maintained to a minimum until the trigger's pushed. The F-35, as it is widely believed, is a work of art and the most cutting-edge aircraft in the United States military currently. However, the stealth fighter has had nothing but trouble during its entire existence. To begin, a multiplicity of technical challenges was the primary factor which delayed the aircraft and its production from reaching their full potential. The F-35, however, has already been put into service by a number of different air forces throughout the world. The current concern is a financial one. In fact, the circumstance is so unstable that the Pentagon may find itself in possession of brand new F-35s, but without sufficient funding to operate them. The United States Department of Defense intends to purchase roughly 2,500 F-35 aircrafts at a total cost of around $400 billion. Estimates predict that the company would have to spend close to $1.3 trillion in order to run and maintain those planes over the course of 66 years that it wants to use them. To make matters even worse, the $1.3 trillion number estimate is not fixed, and it may go even higher. To be fair, it may also go lower, but if the previous 9 years can be regarded as historical precedent, an increase is more likely than a drop. In fact, the cost may potentially climb as high as $1.7 trillion during the lifetime of the fighter. That's according to some recent calculations. And with the installation of these new Gatling guns, matters may become even worse, as it is an expensive process that will further elevate the already high cost of the F-35s. Therefore, it is possible that the Department of Defense will end up spending more money on the older aircrafts in order to save enough money to use its most advanced platform, which was intended to replace all the other aircrafts in the fleet. It would appear that there was an error made with that calculation. The new Gatling guns might further boost the value of the F-35s to the United States military and help them maintain their air superiority in the world, but its high cost might be a headache for the Department of Defense. Do you think the Gatling guns are worthy enough addition to the F-35's weaponry, especially considering their cost? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for everyday military updates. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching.